Welcome everybody, I'm Gold Leader, I'm here with Patronus, and we're playing Jaws of the Lion.
Gloomhaven. It is one of our faves, honestly. We just love the campaign element of this, and it is just such a fantastically designed game. It's one of our faves.
Yeah, first of all, we love fantasy genre. We've played games growing up like Hero Quest and Talisman, um, but Gloomhaven's like the modern day version of all those
Mm-hmm.
games,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, it's so well designed, and Jaws of the Lion came out not too long ago, which we did an unboxing video you can check out on our site, Home Base Games on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So just youtube.com/homebase games. We have a playlist of all of our Gloomhaven videos, which is the unboxing and then each of the missions.
Yep.
So we're just continuing where we left off.
Mhm.
We are on mission number 5.
That's right. It is the last mission in the learn to play setup.
Correct. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we are playing Hatchet and the Demolitionist.
Mm-hmm. Super fun. So this is our like map of Gloomhaven that comes with the game, and you put stickers on the locations as you discover them. So this is mission number 5 is in C2, so like a traditional map, you just kind of line it up right here. So it's right in here somewhere. I didn't actually put the thing in here yet because I'm OCD and it takes me like 27 minutes to put the sticker on here. But this is roughly where we're at, so just along this river that feeds into the Bay of Gloomhaven. And I will go ahead and read all of the mission stuff. This mission does have the extension for additional space. So we've kind of tried to lay all this out so you can see at least everything moderately well.
Yeah.
But I will pick this up so I can actually read.
And also, one thing to know, I know a lot of people, I've heard one of the negative things about Gloomhaven is that, oh my gosh, it takes so long to set up and all this stuff. But
Yeah.
honestly, that doesn't really apply to Jaws of the Lion.
Not at all.
Jaws of the Lion is to the table in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes us maybe 10 or 15 because we're setting up for the stream, which is a little different.
Yeah.
But like,
but if you were just dropping it on the table.
yeah, I mean, it comes with a tray of all the tokens already set up. Everything's got individual baggies. It's actually very easy and quick to get this to the table. The tiles are all in the books, so you flip to a page. And if
You're done.
And if you play it at worst, you have to get a second book, flip to a page, and then you're playing.
Yeah.
So, Jaws of the Lion, as far as
accessibility,
personally, as long as a standalone product to play a dungeon crawler game, I don't think there's something better. It's just my personal opinion. This game is, and I am a big fan of like games like of Imperial Assault. All those games have tons
They
of
all
setup.
have tile
ever set up a
systems and
Talisman game with like
Yes.
8 expansions or like
like we do, and it takes up our entire 12-person dining room table.
and we'll just leave it up for like sometimes
like
months,
a month or two.
months because
Yeah.
we're like, I don't want to break it all down.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because when we're playing Talisman, we're just playing to like wander around the world of the Talisman
And
game.
Talisman is, like we said, Talisman, it's a super fun game, but it's also super old.
Yes.
It's kind of an outdated. This is like the modern day equivalent.
All right, so I'll read our introduction here for a deeper understanding. That is the name of our mission. Our goal ultimately is to kill the blood tumor. So he is a boss, and that is kind of the whole part of the last learn to play mission is that you learn how to fight a boss monster. So
Cool.
Very cool. Introduction. You identify the most horrid smelling of the corridors leading off of the abattoir basement and continue your search for answers about what is happening to these corpses and why. Lighting torches, you descend into the dark recesses. Moments later, you hear the scuffling of feet and hissed whispers coming from in front of you. The ritual has been interrupted. We will finish it at the Nexus, but there is a brief pause, and then cursing. They approach! Quickly, stall them while we complete the preparations. The echo of footfalls starts to recede before another voice emerges from the darkness. But how? I cannot hold them off myself. Open a rift, the first voice yells, now much farther away. They must be stopped. You begin to rush forward. Clearly, these maniacs don't want you to smash your way through, so that's exactly what you're going to do. That is, until multiple red lights appear in front of you, violently ripping open the fabric of reality into some other plane. The circle of rifts illuminate the face of the Zealot at their center, full of panic and fear. From the rifts emerge creatures of pure chaos, their movements a nightmarish flurry of claws, wings, and tendrils. One of them grabs the screaming summoner and forces him into a gaping maw in the demon's chest. There is a wet crunch, and the man's head disappears. The creatures then turn their attention to you. They fan out, eyeing you maliciously while one finishes its meal. That is a fantastic intro. Well done, writers.
Yeah, one of the things I love about this game is the little role-playing aspect. I mean, this is really an action dungeon crawler, but there is a ton of role-playing that goes into this game that I love.
Absolutely. Okay, so for our setup, there are actually, you can kind of see in our legend, there's 3 types of monsters that we'll be fighting. There's the Zealots, the Chaos Demons, and ultimately the Blood Tumor. There's 2 different kinds of traps. There are damage traps, which are going to do 3 damage each, as well as poison traps that will muddle and poison whomever brings the trap.
Nice.
And then there's a singular treasure tile. So we'll set up our stuff here. So we got a treasure tile here. We have monsters. So there's one elite. Oh, door. I apologize. There's actually a door right here.
Yeah.
I was starting from here and working my way down, but actually, there's a door here. So we don't even set any of this up yet.
The only thing we set up is this stuff.
Yep. So there's a couple of chaos demons here, and we are following the guide. So the underneath the picture of the monsters, there's 3 different bars to tell you if you're playing with 2 players, whether or not you put something 3 players or 4 players. And so we're at the top bar for 2 players. So 2 things here, and we're skipping that one because we're only 2. These green outlined tiles here represent obstacles. And then we have 2 poison traps over here. And I guess we could maybe put the tokens on there. They're going to poison and muddle.
Just as a reminder.
Yeah, just as a reminder what they do. So these will poison and muddle. And more down here, so I guess I can't do it for all of them. A lot of them, good lord.
Traps.
Lots of traps. I don't think I have enough of those tokens to do that,
That's
but that's fine. Well, we kind of have the gist of it from those 2 over here. We spawn over here, and that's all of our setup for right now. So this over here is our first door. So we don't do anything until we go through this door.
Okay. And
we set up down
10.
over here. So I'll probably set up somewhere around there. It's fine.
That works. We'll just put Hatchet down next to you.
Mm-hmm. And we've already chosen our battle goal. So this one is mine. I'm going to drop that up on camera so you guys can see what I'm trying to accomplish. Technically, as players in the game, you're not supposed to know what the other players are trying to accomplish. So that's why we're not saying that out loud. We're just putting it on the screen. That's Gold Leaders.
That's mine.
And at this point, we have all of our starting cards. So all of our cards that have level 1 on them.
Okay.
And I will double check that we don't include our X cards, just in case. But I think those get included at the end of this mission. Oh no, I lied. We actually get our 3 level X cards. I lied to you. So they are in your box.
So we have to choose.
We have to choose. Okay, so my level X cards. We have Lobbed Charge, Rubble, and Level. So I'll kind of take a quick glance at these, and your hand size of cards that you will have more cards in your card pool available to you than you are able to actually bring to a particular mission. So you're supposed to choose which cards you want at the start of each mission.
Yeah, you choose after all the mission stuff is figured out, so you can kind of craft your battle plan, so to speak.
Yep.
So I've got I've got care package, extra lift, and fancy hat. Hilarious. So these are my cards. I don't know if we have any sleeves left. Oh, we got. These are not the same. I think these are the FFG sleeves, actually.
They might be.
Which
You can just unsleeve from your card pool though for now. It's
yeah,
fine.
that's fair. That is true.
Because you only need.
Yeah,
That's
just
as
leave
many
the
as
ones
you
you're
need.
playing with. Yeah.
Yep, just leave the ones you're playing with. Just kind of taking a glance at what mine do. So my level 1 is an attack on top, and it gives me a bonus if I'm attacking a objective. So there's no objectives in this mission, so that's not that awesome. The bottom half is all of my melee attacks get additional damage for the round. It's not terrible. Top of this one, designating a hex within range 3 that contains a destruction token, meaning I've destroyed an obstacle, and then additional things happen. There's 2 obstacles in this whole map, so my odds of destroying obstacles are not super great, so that ability is probably going to be hard for me to accomplish. The bottom half, obviously, is not bad either, moving and creating a trap, but honestly, there's so many traps in this mission, I don't think I'm going to need to make more traps. So that doesn't seem super great for this particular mission. Top half of this one, again, it creates a trap. So same thing, not super relevant in this match, just because there's already so many traps on this board. Moving, on the bottom is move, designate an adjacent enemy. If it brought me closer to an enemy, I get to push them. So the push is nice, because there's so many traps. But it is a lose ability. I might just keep my base 1 cards for now. Maybe I'll put the lobs charge in just to be able to do the pushing and pushing people into traps, because there's so many. I might just pull out this knockout support. The top half, all heal, it's an attack, and then all heals targeting my target have no effect this round. So the enemies can't heal themselves. I don't know if these guys can heal themselves, but it seems just kind of okay. And then the bottom half is, again, destroying obstacles and gives me a bonus. But there's so few obstacles for me to choose from in this map. I think I'll just swap that one out with the lobbed charge and call it a day. I don't know enough about this character yet to really figure out how he likes to play, to be honest with you. So it's a learning experience for me.
Yeah, I mean, same too. We haven't played in a hot minute.
It has been a hot minute.
So I'm just kind of like looking over my cards. Interesting card. I just like this card called Care Package. I was like, why is it called Care Package? So
is it ironic?
it's not ironic. It's actually awesome. It's a raged attack. But then I heal the person adjacent to the thing I attack.
Cool.
So it's like I'm setting it like care package coming in. Like,
yeah, that's funny. Actually.
Like I'm throwing in my axe.
Yeah, you're like throwing a healing dart at somebody essentially. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Well, it's like you're attacking the thing, and then whatever's adjacent to the thing you
can
heal. So
which is helpful for us because I'm usually adjacent and you're usually not.
Right.
So for our pairing, that's not bad.
Playing care package, I just got to figure out what I would take out for it. And that's always the hard part in this game, right? Because when you get something, you also have to give up something.
You do.
And that's always a tough decision. Like, what do you want to give up?
I'm just laying my cards out by their initiative order here because it's been so long since I've played this character. I'm just kind of trying to remember.
That's a great idea.
Any like pairings that happen in terms of like where I want to do a top and a bottom together, or if I'm trying to set up using elements for another turn. I'm just kind of trying to think through how this guy plays.
Yeah, and
It's been a
honestly,
while.
this game is all about 2 card combos, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the whole point of this game is you have a bunch of 2 card combos, or you're trying to assemble these 2 card combos, which is really fun. If you're someone that really likes combos, this is a pretty cool game in that
Mm-hmm.
aspect where and it's not like they're different. They're not like combos in a card game where it's like, oh, if I play these 2 cards, I win the game type combos. They're
No,
like
it's
just
just
cards that
if you
work
play
well
them
together.
together, they you do a cool thing,
Yep.
essentially.
Yep, or it's just strategy,
Hmm.
essentially. So I get 10 cards here, and Hatchet is not super fast, so that's always something to consider. I kind of got all over the spectrum of speed. One of these cards is a speed of 12, which is interesting, and it's a move and a shield. So this is one of the new cards. So it's a speed of 12, which would be definitely my fastest card if I added it to my deck. Move 3, shield 2, but it's a lost card.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time, the top is going to be played on that card as a basic attack, or you're
Correct.
using the bottom, which is to. What does it bottom do?
Gives +1 attack to all of your attacks for the round, and it's not a
Mm,
lose. It's just a bonus for the round.
gotcha.
So
Yeah.
that's actually not horrible.
Yeah, so if you're standing still,
Mm-hmm.
which he does quite a bit because he likes to throw at range, he can stand still, and he's got a couple, I think, attacks that hit multiple targets. He's got one, he's got 2 cards. So that's what we're talking about. That would be a combo, right? So you would play this card, and then you would play either a card like Disorienting Barrage, which targets multiple things on top,
Mm-hmm.
or a card like Double Throw, which targets multiple things on top.
Correct.
So that is a card that I might want to consider playing, even though the top is not the greatest. I can hit multiple enemies, um, and whatnot. So,
True. True.
but we only have 2 types of monsters, so I don't know how many times I'm gonna hit multiple enemies in this. And I'm looking; these guys are already pretty spread out. So
Yeah.
I might not play that card. This might be a card would be awesome if like there's like a bunch of oozes or like
Mm-hmm.
lots of little vermlings and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I also have an interesting. I have another just range attack that heals. That's Care Package. That card is interesting to me. And then there's Extra Lift, which this card looks. And this is one of the things about this game that's super cool. This card looks very similar to replacing a card I already have. So I've got this card called Stopping Power, which it's a ranged attack. It has use a element, use wind to get +1 attack, +2 range, and an XP. And then it has a bottom that's a cool movement thing. Now, this other card, which is an X card, basically does the same thing. The only difference is the bottom half is a move 4 and get some XP.
Move 4 is a lot, though.
Yeah, it's a move 4.
Is it a loss when you move
They're
4?
both the bottom half on both these cards are a loss.
Yeah.
The top half on both these cards are well, they're not identical. Stopping Power pushes the target. Extra Lift gives you additional range.
Push is kind of relevant in this
Yeah.
map because there's so many traps.
Yeah, but
There's 10 traps in this
so
map.
in order for me to do that, I would have to keep. And here's the interesting part, right? So in order to play this card, Stopping Power, I need to generate wind.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 cards that generate wind. One is Second Wind, which is a lost.
Seems appropriate.
It's a lost card that heals me.
Okay.
And then I also have this other card called Power Punch, and this is just a move 3 generate a wind.
Oh, okay.
So like in successive turns, I can
Yeah.
generate an element in the previous turn
Uh-huh.
and then spend it on the next turn.
Correct.
You can't spend an element you've generated this turn.
Right. If someone else generates it before you go, you can spend it, but you cannot spend ones that you have generated yourself. Welcome, Jester Sack. He was just saying the top is a push 2, so that's probably one of your
Yep.
other. Yep.
Yep. The top is a push 2. So I think with all the traps, I might keep the push 2.
Yeah, I think push is relevant in this.
So I'm
encounter.
probably not going to play extra lift. I'm not going to play fancy hat. Care package is interesting. Maybe I play care package, which it's a ranged attack. I do like the movement. I do like the additional heal. You know what? I'm going to play this. I'm going to take out my disorientating barrage. This is one of my cards that targets multiple targets. And I'm going to play care package instead. So we're going to play one of my X cards, and I'm ready to go.
All right.
So I took out a slow card, replaced it with a kind of a little bit faster of a card, but 30 is still not super fast. At least not to me when you're used to playing the Scoundrel from the base game.
Yeah, I get it.
Which is lightning fast.
And it is lightning fast.
I am not playing either of my potions. And I'm going to instead play Fateful Compass and my Weathered Boots. So those will be my 2 items that I'm having in play with me.
Mm-hmm. And I've got just a standard healing potion as well as the studded leather jacket, which before an attack targeting me resolves, I can give the attacker disadvantage for that attack and give myself shields 1. So it's just a little bit of a defensive card.
Okay, so now we gotta just choose our cards.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
gonna get going here.
So these big chaos demons. Let's
you can probably
let's
try
flop
and
this on the camera so
see if
people
you can
can
fit
see.
it. So all you're missing is just the title of Chaos Demon. So these are regular guys. So they are going to muddle as a base ability. They have 8 health, 3 speed, and base 3 attack.
Okay. So 3 speed, meaning that this guy, 1, 2, 3, if you're standing here,
he can get you.
He can get you this turn. So if we want to take him out, we probably don't want to go farther than here.
Yeah, but I might not have a choice in that matter. Because most of my attacks are melee.
Yeah, but if you're standing here, you're fine.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Can't be here. Yep. Yeah,
that's
you're
all
totally
I'm saying.
right. Yep.
And I could just stand still and throw stuff. So,
you can do that. Mm-hmm.
I do want to. So my first thing I probably want to do is select this card. But if I do that, what else would I do for my turn?
I'm wondering also if I want to try to go fast and get to this guy before he has a chance to move. He might not move. It's just going to depend on his card. But do I want to try to get there before he moves so I can advance forward a little bit? Or do we want to play it a little bit slower and let them move to us first? I don't know if we're going to be able to take one of these guys out before they go. 8 health is a lot.
Yeah.
At this level in the game.
Well, yeah, and my favorite card, though, this is like
your hatchet.
Yeah, this is my.
This you're basically taking a turn off.
This
to be
is
able
like
to do
the
that.
signature card.
Uh-huh.
He when I play this card, I essentially can't attack.
Yeah.
Unless I have a attack on a bottom half of a card. So, which I mean that's possible to do.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking I might just. So you're basically taking a turn off to get your hatchets.
I'm deciding
right?
I'm deciding if it's worth trying to get the hatchet on play right now.
That for sure.
Or I mean, if we double team the guy, we might be able to take him out.
We might, honestly, because I'll do a bigger attack. To be honest with you, so it is possible that we could certainly get there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide. Okay. Well, if you want, I could definitely just throw an attack. I could throw a ranged attack at this guy.
If you can do that, I think that would be good. We might be able to take him out before he goes.
Okay.
There's an okay chance.
Okay. So I won't worry about trying to set up my guy.
And you can kind of see the way that we're conversing about how we're planning our turns. This is about as far as you're supposed to go. You're not supposed to be really specific in how quick you're going. As in like number specific. Like I'm gonna go at 23 initiative. Like you're not supposed to really see. You can say I'm going fast, or I'm going medium speed, or I'm going slow. I'm gonna do a ranged attack. I'm gonna plan on doing like I'm gonna you can plan roughly.
Yeah, you can plan what you're gonna do with your partner so you don't kind of screw each other over. But you're not supposed to be like, I'm going to play this card and at this speed and do all this specific stuff. Is what she's getting at, which is. All right, so
I'm set.
Okay, I am. Yeah, I'm gonna play this card, and then I'm gonna play another card, which will be 2.
And if anybody has, that's jumping into the stream and the chat, if anybody has any questions about gameplay or anything like that, feel free to just drop a note in the comments. We do periodically turn our heads to check that chat box and see if you guys have anything going on.
Okay, let's do this. All right, so we chose these 2. Okay.
Good?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go at initiative 22.
Okay. I'm going to go at initiative 24.
Okay. So I am before you. I'm just kind of using our little keys over here.
So that's the first card I reveal, so initiative 24. And then the second card I reveal is a 60, but only the first card is what matters.
Yep, correct. So I need you to flip the Chaos Demon card so we can see what initiative they're going at.
And they are going at
41.
41.
Okay. So they're going after us.
And what are they doing here? They got a move of +0, an attack of +0.
Okay.
Advantage.
Okay.
And then they spend fire to heal for self.
All right. So that's not going to happen.
Yep.
And it's not fire, it's light.
Oh, sorry. Thought it was fire.
All right, so they're going to move and attack with an advantage. But they're not going to have range. So we can kind of plan to range these guys a little bit, and hopefully we'll just knock this guy out before he goes.
All right, so you're going first.
So I'm going first. I'm going to use the bottom half of this card just to do the basic move 2. So I'm just going to go 1, 2. Then I'm going to play the top half of this card, which is an attack base 3, and it's going to be +2 attack, and I'll get an XP because he is adjacent to a wall here. So I'll get the bonus. So it's going to be base 5, and if you can hand me a die for XP.
Yeah.
That's the way that we've kind of been trying to keep track of that over here. All right, so base 5, flip a card, +1, 6.
Nice.
So 6 damage on that guy, and that is number 2 Chaos Demon.
Okay. So,
all right, that's pretty good. 6 of 8.
And that which number is that Chaos Demon?
Number 2.
Number 2. All right, so 6 damage here.
Discard pile. All right.
All right, so
I'm done.
I'm going to use the bottom half of this card. And I'm going to move 2. 1, 2. Actually, it actually doesn't matter 1, 2 because you're there. So 1, 2. And then I'm going to generate wind.
Wind, okay.
And this is going to go to my discard pile. And then the top half of this card is just an attack 3 at range 3. So we're going to range this guy, flip a card from my deck, and it is a +1.
All right, so that guy is murked.
So that will kill him.
So when someone dies, one of these guys, you drop a coin in the spot in which they died.
Yep.
Pull this guy off.
And this will also go to my discard pile.
All right, nice. Double teamed.
Yep.
Alrighty. So then the Chaos Demon, this one is going to activate. As it says on their card here, they're going to do a base move, a base attack with advantage, and there's no light for them to spend to be able to heal. So their basic move is 3. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. And he would do an attack, but he does not have range, so he cannot reach us. He has to be adjacent to us, so he's going to skip his attack, and he has to skip the healing thing because there's no light for him to spend to be able to do it. So that is the end of the turn, and we get to pick new cards. So the wind goes to waning, and I don't think there's anything else we got to worry about.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's not a shuffle, so we're good. What is your general plan?
Great question. None of these did give me... Oh, wait. This one gave me XP. No, it didn't. I used the bottom and the top. No XP. Okay. Good question. We have another guy we can kind of beat up here.
I don't know that I'll be able to do as much damage to him this time around.
I definitely won't be able to either because... So I'm thinking about maybe just... I'm in the back, so I'm thinking about maybe just hanging out and setting up my favorite.
Sure.
I'm not sure though. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna need to use that wind I generated.
That's sad.
Yeah, I've only got. I mean, it's not a lost card or anything.
I know.
It was just.
Still.
It was just the speed of the card I wanted to use and the movement. It's kind of an option.
Fair enough.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. Maybe I will use it. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I will use it.
I'm definitely not using it. Alright, I am set.
Yeah. Alright. I'm set as well.
Quick question. Do you need to be able to reach this guy where he is for your attacks?
If I range attack him, I can reach him from where he's at.
But if I push him farther away, is that a problem for you?
No.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, I'm gonna go at 37.
Yep, and my first card is 64.
All right.
So.
And then let's check out this Chaos Demon and see what he's doing.
My second card here. So I'm going at 64 initiative.
Chaos Demon?
Chaos Demon is 13. So it's going
so
first.
He's going first. All right. They lovey.
So I can put this up here. What is he's doing all kinds of stuff.
He's doing all kinds of stuff.
He's gonna move -1.
Yeah, sorry, the color. There's so much red in this, it kind of fades out awkwardly. So he's gonna have a move of -1, a base attack of 0, but he can target the two squares in front of him.
Yep.
Which the way that we're lined up, he's not gonna be able to do that. Yeah.
Or right here.
Yeah. And he could spend Frost to do other things. So he could anytime a figure attacks the Chaos Demon this round, that figure suffers 2 damage. But there's no Frost for him to spend, so he's not gonna.
He's still gonna attack you though.
He is still gonna attack. Yep. So he can do a move, and his base move is 3, but -1 from the card, so he can move up to 2 spaces. He's just gonna move 1.
Why don't we get to choose?
I guess we can put him here. Yeah. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Then he can. Oh. There's kind of a reason not to.
Why?
Because of what I want to do on my turn.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And we get to choose. So, all right. So he's gonna come here. He's gonna do a base attack of 3, and flip a monster card. 0. So he's gonna deal 3 damage to me.
And there's no Frost, so.
No Frost, so he can't do the thing.
Okay.
All right, so my turn. So my plan is to do the the bottom half of this one, which is a move and destroy an adjacent obstacle to give myself a blessing.
Okay.
And then the top half of this one, which is in a double and attack with a push.
Okay.
So I think just because of where he is, I think I need to do the top half of this one first so I can actually push him this direction.
Sure.
Because otherwise, it's hard. He's in an awkward place for me to be able to do the thing. So we're going to do the top half of this one first. So it's a base attack of 2 plus 1, so 3.
Okay.
And that's Chaos Demon number 1. So we start with an attack of 3. We do another attack with a base 1, minus 2. So that one doesn't hit. And then I get to add a push 2 and a muddle and gain an XP if both attacks targeted the same enemy. So I can push him 2 squares away and muddle him and get an XP. So let's just push him. Do you have a preference of where I'm pushing him?
It's fine.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do the bottom half of this one to move up to 3 spaces, destroy an adjacent obstacle, gain an XP, and bless myself. So do you have a preference of where I end up? Did you want to come pick this up? Otherwise, I might just stand right here.
Go for it.
Okay. So we'll stand here. Anytime you end your movement on a square that has a coin in it, you get to pick it up.
Okay.
And I'll destroy that adjacent obstacle. Put this on here. I get an XP. And I get to bless myself. So we get to add a blessing card into my attack modifier deck.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my turn. I'm going to start with movement. So I'm going to use the bottom half of my 64 initiative card for a base move at 2. Basic move. 1, 2.
Okay.
That's going to get discarded because I just used the basic move. And then I'm going to use the top half of my stopping power. And stopping power is a attack of 3 with a range of 2. If I spend the wind, which I will, I get +1 range, so range of 3, push 2, and 1 experience.
Oh, nice. So get an XP, and you can push them into that cloud of poison.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems
so
great.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to attack 3. And we're going to flip a card. And it's -1, so I'm going to deal him 2 damage. 2 damage. Okay. And then I got my XP and I can push 2. So
yeah, you can push
1,
2. Yep. So he can't be muddled twice, but he can get the poison.
Yep.
And then this token comes off the board.
Yep. And so he's going to have all these tokens.
Yep. Poisoned and muddled.
Okay. And then this card was not a lose, so it's also going to my discard pile.
Great, and that's the end of the turn.
Yep.
Don't need to shuffle any cards, so we are good there.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy has 3 health left, right? This may not be the worst time for you to take a turn off to get your hatchet into play.
Yeah, maybe. Have you taken any damage?
3.
Okay.
I'm not planning on moving up to that guy, though.
Okay, that's fine. I am good to go.
Okay. I am as well.
All right. So I'm gonna go at initiative 17.
Okay. I'm gonna go at initiative 19.
And that my first card is the favorite, and then this is my second card.
And how about the Chaos Demon?
Chaos Demon is going at 52.
All right, so he's going
So
last.
he's going last.
And if he's alive, he is going to do a move of -1 and attack with +1, and he would spend darkness to target all adjacent. I'm sorry, to have all adjacent enemies suffer damage, but that's not available for him.
Okay. So
you're first.
my first. So I'm just gonna do my favorite, which is place one of your character tokens on this card. You may add +3 attack to any of your range attacks by moving the token from this card to the target after the attack ability is resolved. When the target dies, place the token on the hex in which it died. If you loot that hex, return the token to this card. So, I'm just playing this card here.
Put your hatchet token on it.
Put my hatchet token on it. And when I complete the card, I'll get 2 XP. So that's that. And then the second half is it's a move 3, heal 1, range 1.
Okay. So you have to move first.
Yep.
Okay. So you kind of don't want to move
Yeah, I'm just gonna move.
up 1
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move 1.
because range 1 means you have to be adjacent.
Yep, and I'll heal you 1. And then I generate a leaf.
Heal me 1 or heal me.
It's heal 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
It's not the most efficient, but I really didn't want to get too
It's fine.
far up in the guy's grill. All right,
Okay.
we're gonna discard that card.
All right. So I'm starting with the top half of this card here. So it's going to be an attack base 2 at range 4, and I will generate fire. So it's base 2, but it's really base 3 because he's poisoned. +1, 4. So I think that takes him out.
Perfect.
Yeah. He's at 5, +4 is 9, and his health is 8. So that takes this guy out. And the bottom half of this card is a move 3, destroy an obstacle at range 3, but I'm not going to have one. So I'm just going to move 1, 2, 3, yoink this.
Suck up some money.
Yep.
Okay.
And obviously we destroyed the monster before he had a chance to activate, so it is a fresh turn.
Mm-hmm.
Now I only have 3 cards left in my hand, so I'm kind of wondering if this is a good time to do a long rest before I move into that room.
Go for it.
We're just at a good breathing point. Normally I might want to go one more turn, but honestly, it's probably going to take you at least one extra turn to be able to get this far anyway, because you're 1, 2, 3, 4 squares away from the door.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, fair.
I mean, yeah.
It's up to you.
I probably will maybe get the door rolling.
You want to get the door rolling this turn?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Because I could.
I mean, you could still take a turn off. I mean, probably.
Yeah, I just think it's probably. I just don't know if you can handle attacks if technically you don't know what's in this room before
Right.
you go in there.
Yeah, that's fair.
So if you end up, having to face tank a couple of attacks, I don't know if that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could take a turn. We could take a turn off. I'll just move and really do nothing for
Okay.
the turn. That's fine.
All right.
So it doesn't really matter.
So we'll just take a long rest action, essentially. Both of us.
I'm not gonna take a long rest. I still have 4 cards.
Okay. So you're still picking cards.
I'm still
not
picking
going
cards.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pick the card that I'm
just gonna put 2
lose.
cards down, and no, they really won't mean much.
Yep.
I'll put down this card, and this card. Okay.
So I'm gonna choose. So you've got your cards
Yeah.
set. Okay. So I'm choosing to. I have my card that I'm choosing to lose. So it's your turn to go first.
Yep. So I am going to reveal this card as my initiative card, and then the other card I'm playing, which they're not really doing anything. And then I'm going to use the first one just to basic move 2. So 1, 2. And then this card would be a basic attack, but there's nothing to attack, so
Okay.
um,
So you're good.
I can't even use the special attack decks because there's nothing. So
All right.
that was my turn. And
Okay.
then we don't reveal monsters.
No monsters.
So
Yeah. So I'm choosing to lose this card. It's not that it's bad. It's just kind of meh, and I gotta lose something. So we're gonna lose this card. Put that one over here. And I heal 2 for long resting, if I'm remembering right.
Correct.
Yeah. So heal off all my damage. And if I had used this, like if I was smart and used it before, I could have readied it, but I forgot about it. But that's okay. I'm at full health anyway.
Yeah.
All right, and fresh turn.
Yep.
So these actually go away.
Mm-hmm.
And fresh turn. Do you want to reveal the room, or would you prefer that I reveal?
It really does not matter, but I think I'm going to short rest.
Short. Okay. You do that now? Yep.
So I'm gonna randomly just let her snag a card here, and that's okay. We're gonna lose. This card is gonna go to my lost pile, which I'm just gonna keep my lost pile. It doesn't really need to be on camera. I'm gonna make my lost pile over here. Because there's only so much you can fit on the camera.
That's true.
Alright. And with that being said, we'll do some stuff.
I'm gonna just do something.
Okay. I am.
I would prefer to be
set.
able to open the door, so I'm trying to go as quick as I can.
Okay, that's fine. So
I'm going at 19.
And I'm going at 60.
Okay. And we don't know the monsters yet, so we wait for that. So I am going to use the bottom half of this first, and I'm actually going to do the use ability and lose the card. So I'm going to move 3. 1, 2, well, 1, and then I have to reveal the room.
Yep.
So we have some bunch of 3 damage traps. Okay. We have a treasure chest.
We'll just put one of these with a 3 so we remember
that's
all
fine.
3.
And we have no activated. We have a new door over here, and this one advances the story. So I'm gonna put a little here for that. And monsters. So we have a chaos demon, a regular one here, and then we have an elite zealot over here. Okay, so I'm gonna finish my movement. So I moved 1, so I can go 2, 3. and I can stun all enemies within range 3. So unfortunately, I can't reach this guy, but I can stun this guy.
Okay.
And I get an XP. And that is a lose. And then I'm going to do... Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to do the top half of this one. It's not going to be quite as great because I'm still not going to hit this guy, but we'll lob a bomb at this guy here. Just go ham. And I'll lose this card as well. And whether or not you remembered or not, my battle goal was to use 2 lost cards in the same turn.
Oh, cool.
So we're just going to complete that and get that out of the way. So we're using the big one, lobbing a bomb at this guy, and it would target all adjacent squares to him, but nobody else can be targeted. So it's going to generate fire and leaf, give me an XP, and it is base 3. -1. So 2 damage on this guy.
Okay.
And that is Chaos Demon number 1.
Oh, this guy is dead.
Yes.
And that's a new Chaos Demon number 1, so 2 damage.
2 damage. We also, now that I've completed my turn, have to reveal... Actually, this gets shuffled because they all died.
Oh, okay. So... That was the card I revealed for the turn, but they didn't take a turn yet.
You didn't reveal that. You revealed it last time. That's what I'm saying. They all need to be shuffled. So now that I finished my turn, these guys need to reveal their cards so we can set their order and figure out when they're going to activate.
Should we have revealed them when they opened the door, though?
Technically, but I still finished my turn.
You still finish your turn, so it doesn't really matter.
So it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Oh,
I mean, technically the answer is yes, but I'm supposed to finish my turn before.
That's how it works? Okay.
Yep.
It's been a while.
Yep.
Alright.
They don't interrupt during my turn.
Alright, so this Chaos guy.
Okay. So he's going to activate next at 13. He has a move of -1, an attack of his base attack, and he can target the 2 squares in front of him. And then he can spend Frost to do stuff. But he's stunned, so he's not going to attack anyway.
So yeah, he's just going to remove his stun.
Well, you reveal the other card. He's not activating yet. You got to reveal the Zealot card.
Oh, the Zealot's in play as well, yes. So he's a move -1 and an attack +1.
And we'll try and get the Zealot up here. So he's actually an elite, which means he's going to be on this side of the card. So he has base 8 health. He wounds natively, 2 speed, and 3 attack.
Nasty.
So he's going after you, I think.
Yeah, he's 65. So yeah, he's going last.
And he's also 65. So we could heroes win those ties.
Well, I'm 60. He's 65.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were. Okay. So I have gone. So now that Chaos Demon is going to activate.
It's just going to remove the stun.
Does he still move?
No, you cannot perform actions.
Oh, is that what stun is?
Says it just read the card. Stun cannot perform actions.
Perfect.
Remove at the end of the.
So yeah, he can do nothing. Cannot perform actions. Remove at the end of its next turn, which is now. So yes, he gets unstunned. And then Hatchet goes.
Yep. And Hatchet is going to use his move 3 to generate a wind.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. And then it's the same card.
Yep. I'm just saying we have 3 elements right now.
And then he's going to use the top card, attack 3, range 3. And he's going to throw his favorite.
All right.
So we're going to throw the favorite on this guy.
Okay.
So attack 3. +0, +3 from the favorite is 6.
6. Okay. And he has 2 damage on him. 6 will kill him.
Yeah. Sweet. So he's going to
There
die.
you go. So we kill that guy.
And then drop my axe. Okay.
And I think you get XP from that.
I think I get it when I pick it up again. I think we have to complete the whole card. When the target dies, place a token on the hex in which it died. If you loot that hex, return it to the token to this card.
Okay.
So I think this is a good question. I feel like you probably have to do the whole part of the card to get the XP, or I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like throwing it and doing the, but maybe not.
I really don't know.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, so then the Zealot is going to activate. The Zealot, as a reminder, has -1 move, so it can only move 1 on this turn, and it has a +1 attack, so it would be a base 4 attack. However, he does not have range. So all he can be able to do is move up 1 square and stop.
Where's the rule book?
That's kind of like the glossary stuff, so that's probably...
Yeah, I just want to look up what experience says. Experience says some actions have an experience value when attached to them. When at least some part of the action is performed, the character gains the number of experience specified. Okay, so I guess throwing my axe would be some part, right? Place one of your tokens on this card. You may add 3 attack to any of your... So would I get it when I played it as well? That's what's strange.
I don't think you get it when you play it because it's a persistent bonus.
Yeah,
but I think every time you throw it, you get the XP.
Oh, I think you don't place the token on the card until you throw it. Place one of your character tokens on this card. You may add +3 attack to any ranged attack. So yeah, so anytime I do it, I would get
2 XP.
2 XP. So, but then like the other part is it says when at least some part of the action is performed, the character gains the number of experience specified. Experience gained during the scenario is tracked. Blah 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 blah. It does say if the action specifies the experience is earned only through a specific condition written on the text, then the text must be satisfied to receive the experience. Experience is also gained when a character token moves off a use slot with an experience icon in the persistent ability, which I don't have on this card. So I think because I used the part which said place one of your character tokens on this card, you may add +3 attack to any of your ranged attacks by moving the token from this card to the target after the ability is refreshed. I think I did that sentence, which would gain me the 2 XP. The other sentence is, when the target dies, place the token on the hex in which it died. I did that as well. If you loot that hex, return the token to this card.
I think I would interpret it as every time you throw your axe, you get 2 XP.
That's what I'm thinking. That's got to be how
I
it
don't
works.
think you get 2 XP for looting and 2 XP for throwing. I think you just get 2 XP for throwing your axe.
I agree. 100%.
I think that's probably the easiest way to
I think it's just kind of, it's a lot of text
to
interpret.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my turn.
It was your turn. And the Zealot activated, so we're actually at the end of a round.
Yep.
So pick your next cards.
Okay.
And get her done here. These all go into waning. I'm planning to spend fire. I don't know that that affects you in any way, but I am planning to spend fire. I'm going to try to go relatively quick and get an attack in and try and push this guy into. That's my plan.
Okay, that's fine. I think I'm going to... Are you going to be on the... Are you going to...
I'm not going to be on your space.
Be on my hatchet space?
I will not.
Okay. So I just got to decide if I'm going to use a loot card or
or if you just want to land there.
Just want to land there.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to know.
That is totally fair. I will say, if I can, never mind. Moot point. I just realized I can't do what I was thinking. So, all good. We're done.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'm fine.
All right. So I'm going to go at 28.
I'm gonna go at 30.
Okay. And let's see when that Zealot's going.
And my other card is here.
Zealot.
Zealot. Here we go. It is a move 0, attack 0.
But their initiative is 50. Okay, so they're going last. I'll just do a basic move and a basic attack.
I'm just shuffling up the Chaos Demon because
Yep.
it's no longer in play.
That is true. All right, so I'm first.
Yep.
I am going to do the bottom half of this card first to do a move 4. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, actually. Then I'm going to do the top half of this one to do an attack base 2 with a push 2, but I'm actually going to spend the fire to improve it, which gives it +1 attack, and I could push an additional square. Won't need to, but I'll also get an XP. So we'll get an XP. We're going to attack base 3, -1, so 2 damage on this Zealot guy.
What number is this Zealot?
It is Zealot number 3.
Okay.
And we can do a push of up to 3. All we really need to do is push 1 to push him onto this trap and deal him 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay. That's it for me.
That works. All right. So for me, I'm going to do I'm going to do the bottom half of the initiative card, which is just move 3. So 1, 2, 3.
Land on your
Land
square.
on my hatchet. And then I'm going to do a top half of this card, basic attack of 2.
Sure. That worked out.
-1, so deal 1.
Okay.
So we're going to deal 1 to this guy.
So he's at 6 of 8.
6 of 8. And
Okay.
then I'm going to end my turn and loot both of these things.
Yep. So you loot a coin and your hatchet.
And my hatchet is back.
Okay. Then the Zealot is going to activate. It would move, but it's already adjacent to Gold Leader, so it's not going to move.
Yep.
And it's going to do a base attack of 3 and wound you.
Okay.
So you're going to get a wound. And base attack of 3, -1. So that's just 2 damage.
Okay.
And you're wounded.
Alrighty.
That's all she wrote. So these fall off. No shuffling needed. And pick new cards.
Mm-hmm. You don't have any heals, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
I do not.
I just bend both of my heals. That's okay.
And you could always short rest.
No, it's fine.
Not really a sadness to it. What are the odds that you think you could just kill this guy?
Pretty good.
He has 2 health left.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Like
And then-
100%.
Okay.
Unless
and
I
then
miss.
fair enough. So and then would you ideally just go and loot this treasure chest? Would that be your turn potentially? Only 2 squares away for you? Or is that not reasonable?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Yep. I could totally do that.
Okay. Because I might just try and do a little bit of setup. And plan to do either another long rest or just a short rest to get some cards back after this turn. So if you're okay with me kind of skipping an attack phase,
do whatever you want to do.
then I will do that. I'm going to go pretty slow and just kind of do a little bit of setup.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I am ready.
Me too.
So
I'm going to go at 77.
first card's at 35.
Okay.
And then, so that's my initiative, and that's my second card.
And what about the Zealot?
And the Zealots.
Their card.
Move +1 and jump.
What's their initiative?
19.
Okay, so they're going first.
And then they are going to move +1 and jump, and then attack at -1, curse, and create wind.
Oh, okay. Lots of stuff. All right. So they're activating first, so they can move, but they're not going to because he's already adjacent to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to attack with a -1 value, so they're going to attack base 2. And he's going to target you, which is actually good because you can't be wounded any more than you already are. And he is going to curse you.
Okay.
So you get that in your deck, and he's generating wind.
So if I'm shuffling this into my deck, do I shuffle the cards from my discard pile in?
I've never done it that way, but
I don't know.
I honestly don't know the answer to that. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Anytime I am adding a card into my deck, I just add it into the cards.
Okay. That might be correct.
That's the way that I've always done it. It could be wrong.
We'll find out.
All right. So he's attacking you base 2 +1. So 3 damage.
Okay.
And you're already wounded. So
Mm.
he can't wound you anymore.
Yep. And how much health do I have?
You are at level 1. You have 8.
Ooh, 5
Yeah.
of 8. Okay.
So you're damaged quite badly.
Okay.
It is your turn.
All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to...
Pop a healing potion?
I don't have a healing potion.
Oh, okay. Just going to make that guy move into a trap?
I think that's what I'm going to do.
Fine. Then you guarantee kill him.
I kind of want XP though, so that's... I could just maybe kill this guy.
You could always try it. If you whiff, then you could move him into a trap.
Yeah.
Up to you.
There is wind,
He did generate wind.
so that's interesting.
You could do both. You could attack him, and if you miss, you could push him.
Yep. I don't think do I care about being disadvantaged then? Probably not.
Although you're in kind of a weird spot for the push, because you could push him here, because that's farther away from
but
you.
I just move first.
Yeah, you'd have to move.
I just move first.
Yeah.
And then so I just use this half as a base. The bottom half is a basic move too. And then I'll use the top half to attack 3, range 2.
Yep. So you will be disadvantaged.
Spend the wind.
That's fine. Yep.
And I get additional range and push 2.
And an XP.
And an XP. So XP. Also, I will
Throw your hatchet.
I think I'm gonna throw my hatchet just for the XP here.
Yeah.
And then I can always pick it up next turn. So I'm gonna throw the hatchet.
Yep.
So we're gonna throw this here. And so we're gonna give myself a +3. So disadvantage.
0
and a -1.
So you'll get the -1. So you'll deal 5.
Yeah.
So he's super dead.
Yep, super dead. Which will drop my hatchet here. Okay. And then I'm gonna take a damage because I'm wounded and I took an action. So.
Yep. And did you get your XP for throwing your axe?
Nope. So +2 for that. Yeah, because wound says suffer 1 at the start of each turn. So start of my turn, I suffer that damage. Okay.
Yep.
And then that's it.
That is it. So for me, I am going to put the top half of this card into play. So it's a persistent bonus for a wind-up to increase the damage on my melee attacks on my next 2.
Mm-hmm.
Put that into play. And then I am just using the bottom half of this to just move up 1 to get me ready to go.
Yeah.
I need to.
Okay.
And I only have 2 cards left, so I could just play these. They're not horrible cards, honestly. So I could just play these. They're not super fast. So um, they're medium speed for sure.
So I'm probably gonna have to just take a turn off.
And heal.
Yeah, because I'm wounded. So
Yep.
if I start my turn,
Yep.
I'm going to go to 7 of 8.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and if you heal, if you long rest, then you can just remove the wound and go back and try and get your big heal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is your big heal a top half or a bottom half?
It's a top half.
Okay, so that means you're taking off 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I need to somehow get my
Hatchet
back. Yeah. I'd like the treasure chest too. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering then if I should just long rest just for the purposes of giving you some time before I go into that room.
Yeah.
Because I blew so many of my lost cards, I don't have a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And this is a boss. So
yeah. I mean, if you want, you could just do like I did, take a turn off by playing 2 pointless cards and then
I don't have pointless cards. The only 2 cards left in my hand are not pointless.
Okay.
They're actually good cards.
Yeah, but you'll get them all back, right?
Huh?
You'll get them all back.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you just play them now and then the following turn you long rest.
Right, but if I play them now, I'm going into this.
Oh, okay. Well, do whatever you want.
So that's why I'm saying, like, if you're not going to attack for at least 2 rounds,
I'm not going to attack for at least 2 rounds.
So then I probably just want to take a turn off.
That's fine.
And long rest, and not do anything with my long rest, but literally just take a turn off to give you at least a little time to come join the party.
However you want to do it. Okay.
So I'm gonna long rest.
Okay. And I'm long resting.
Okay.
So
we just have to choose the card that we're losing.
Yep.
And I'm gonna choose to lose this one. Because they're both related to having someone buy walls, and it's probably going to be a little hard for me to accomplish in this. Not knowing what's in this room, I'm just going to assume that it's a little hard to accomplish that.
I'm going to lose. Fortunately, I think I'm going to lose. Might lose care package.
Okay.
My other heal.
And can you heal yourself with that? You could.
Care package?
It doesn't say other.
Well, heal 2.
Heal at range 1.
Oh, yeah, it's just heal 1.
I understand, but I'm just saying if you get another negative condition.
Yeah, I gotta decide what to lose. A lot of my cards here are like all my good attacking cards.
Okay, well, it's totally up to you. I mean, I don't disagree that. I mean, I'm probably not going to need to heal since I'm at full health.
So I want
to
keep this card. I want to keep this card. I want to keep this card. I'm gonna lose this card. So yeah, I'll get rid of stopping power.
Okay.
That's the card I'm gonna lose. So this card, because I won't get a chance to use it again like I've been using. So we're just gonna lose that one.
That's fair.
We'll keep the rest of these.
Okay.
Which means I'll get rid of my wound,
but
not heal anything.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So then this turn, I can try and go into this room and do some stuff.
Okay.
And I'll just, you'll be a turn behind me, essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
Which is fine.
Okay. I am all set.
So our goal is to kill the boss.
Yeah.
FYI.
Not all the monsters.
Not all the monsters.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm playing this.
I'm going at 52. I'm sorry, 66, not 52. 66.
Okay.
Okay. And what are you going at?
46.
46. Okay. So you're going before me. Go
All right.
ahead.
So my turn is going to be move 1, loot 1.
Yep.
On the bottom half of this card.
Did you want to move here and loot 1?
No, because I'm going to get the chest as well.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And that is chest number 9, which is at the back of the glossary.
And I've picked up my favorite, and I've got the back of the glossary, chest number 9.
Yep.
Chest number 9 is gain 5 gold.
All right, that's nice.
So I'll just write down 5 gold on my sheet here. Okay. And then second card is going to be a lose. Heal 6, generate wind, and 2 XP. So let's get rid of this 6 damage.
Nice.
And this is a loss card. And that is my turn.
All right. So I'm going to do the bottom half of this, which is also a lose, but it is move 4. So I'm going to start moving here at move 1, which is going to reveal the door, which is going to reveal the room, and we have more of the story to tell. So I'll start by setting up the room. We have 2 regular zealots and a big boss guy. As horrid as those creatures were, nothing could quite prepare you for what lies beyond this final stone door. A huge cocoon of bloody flesh pulsates madly in front of you, bulbous and wrong. Its seeping fluid drips to the floor as it thrashes with malevolence. The Nexus needs only a little more energy, yells a robed man looking to you in panic. We'll just have to take yours. Special rules. The blood tumor starts the scenario with C times 4 damage. So he's going to start with 8 health. No, I'm sorry. He starts with that much damage? Starts with C times 4 damage.
Anytime any figure
Other than the blood tumor suffers damage, the blood tumor heals that amount of damage. Oh, okay. If the blood tumor is ever at maximum hit point value, the scenario is lost. Interesting.
So you have to kill him, and you can't hit the other.
Right, because the other things are going to heal him.
Yeah.
Okay, so he starts with 8 damage on him.
Okay.
And we'll drop the boss on here. This is the blood tumor. So the way that these cards work, and it's a little hard to see, I apologize, but they have, so he has 10 times the character health pool. So he's going to have 20 health. He's starting with 8 damage on him. He is immune to 3 different effects here. He's immune to Fuddle, Stun, and Disarm. He has no movement because he's stuck to the ceiling, so he never moves unless something specifically tells him to. His base attack is equal to the number of characters, so his base attack is 2. And he has an ability, these 1 and 2 numbers over here refer to special abilities that the boss can trigger, and it'll literally say, like, resolve ability number 1 or resolve ability number 2, and that's what those things do. So they both heal him damage. So he starts at 8. Yeah, just put it all inside.
Yeah,
you just need the card sleeve to tell you his stats for your level.
Right.
Is essentially all it is.
Yeah.
So just anywhere on his card is fine. All right. So I moved 1. We opened the door and resolved the text. So I'm going to finish doing my thing, which is I can move up to 4, designate an adjacent enemy at the end of my move, and do a really big attack. So I am going to move, so I moved 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to move 3 to get adjacent to the boss. And then if each hex of the movement brought you closer to that enemy, which it did, perform a base X attack with a push 2. The push isn't relevant, I don't think. I don't think I can push him. I can.
I mean, the push is an optional ability. You don't
Yeah.
have to trigger push.
And I target the enemy where X is the number of hexes I move. So I'm going to have a base 3 attack. This is a lose. It'll give me an XP. Can I have another die, please?
Yep.
So, and then because of my wind up, this is going to be a melee attack. I'm going to be able to add +2 attack to this attack. Drop a little token on here. Okay. So it's going to be a base 5 attack on the boss. Flip a card. Oh, I got my blessing.
Nice.
From the beginning of the game. So that's 10 damage on the boss.
Okay. So we're going to add a 10.
Yeah, add a 10. And this is a lost card. Then we're going to do the top half of this, which is extra attacks. So it's an attack base 2 and an attack base 1. I can push him and muddle him if it's the same target and get another XP. Which I'm gonna get. So the first one is an attack base 2, and then I'm going to finish my wind up to give it another +2, which will also get me an XP. So it's going to be base 4 +2, 6. Oh, I am wrecking this thing. He's dead already?
He started with 8 damage on him. He has C20, 10 times C.
And I did hit for 10.
And you hit for 10, so...
And then, okay.
Yeah, he's
so
dead.
I just annihilated this blood tumor?
Yeah.
Okay. I got an XP for that, though.
Yeah.
Because we're... Well, I guess I didn't even have a chance to attack him again. I guess I can just attack some... Oh, but then I can't. Then I don't get the damage. Or I don't get the XP then. All right. Well, it's fine. So I will just target... So this guy is dead.
Yeah. Now you can attack something else.
I'll just attack something else, but we've accomplished our goal. So at the end of this round, we'll be done with the mission.
Right. But it still drops some money.
It does drop money. I guess that's fair. I can't move anymore, but drop money. So my second attack...
So you did 3 attacks this turn?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the top half of this one has 2 attacks.
And the bottom half.
And the bottom half of my other one was a move
attack.
and an attack.
Okay.
Because it was a loss. So base 1 attack on this one. +1. So 3 damage on one of these guys.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter which. And I don't get the bonuses of this card because I had to attack 2 different targets because I killed the tumor right off the bat. But my wind-up is done, and then that is in my discard pile. So, yeah. That happened.
Seems good.
So, this is your last turn.
Yep.
Oh, wait, you went already. I was the last person to go. Because we actually didn't even have a chance to reveal these guys yet. So, like, in me going, that was my turn. Because it was you. Then it was me.
Okay.
I just finished my turn, and I happened to take out this blood tumor all in one stroke.
Yep.
So technically, the Zealots get to go.
Yep, they get to go and attack
So
you.
the Zealots are going to activate, which you need to actually reveal a card for them.
Yep. So they're going to activate.
Yep. So they're going to do an attack and at range and generate fire.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both adjacent to me, which is perfect. So they're going to get disadvantage on each of their attacks. This one is number 5, so it's going to activate first.
Can they? Yeah, because they can't move.
It can't move. So +2 and a +1. So I'm going to take, and they attack for base 2, 3. So I'm going to take 4 damage from that one. And then the second one is going to attack 1, 2. We'll do the -1 on that one, so he'll attack for 2. All right. So I got wrecked on that attack, but hey, we won.
Yeah, we did. Sweet. Okay. So let's...
All right. So I'll read our conclusion, which is actually here. So I'm just going to pull
this off.
I can't believe that was so crazy that I was able to just annihilate the boss like that. The blessing on my big attack to deal 10 damage is just awesome.
It only had
20 health.
No, not even, because it had 8 damage on it. So it had 12.
Yes. Correct, yeah. So the conclusion, the bloody sack explodes into a shower of viscera and goo, and the zealots who spent so much energy trying to protect it collapse to the ground. It is quite the awful, putrid mess, but at least it's over. And then one of the dying men laughs. You think you will save your city? Doom approaches as more of our experiments grow in power. Gloomhaven will soon be engulfed in flames, and screams will echo throughout the streets. The blood god will consume you all. Your thoughts return to the widow Sandy, and you grab the man, demanding to know where Roland and these other experiments are, but he's gone. Instead, you grab a chunk of the tumor and decide to bring it to the university. Perhaps the researchers there can use it to shed some more light on the situation. So we each get 25 experience, plus whatever you got for the thing, plus our bonus for winning, I think is 2 per person, and then we have a new location, corrupted research, available. Let me double check. Bonus for completing a scenario in the book is 6 for each character. You get 31 base plus whatever you accomplished here, which should level you up because the rulebook now gives you an explanation of how to level up your character stuff. So 31 plus 8, I get 39 XP. I have the pencil, please?
Yep.
So I'm at 64 XP.
Yep, and I'm at 70.
So level 2 for me happens at 45 XP. I don't know if that's the same for everybody.
Yep, it's the same for my character.
Okay. So when you level, you get to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. I also got my check mark. I don't know if you got your check mark.
Yeah, my check mark was not using a potion.
Oh, well, there you go. That works out easily enough for you.
Yeah, I was like, that was pretty much the easiest check mark I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's great for you. Okay.
Although, I did get really damaged in that scenario, and I had to recover.
Yeah. Okay, I got my check mark as well, because I used 2 lost cards in the same turn.
It's my blessing out of my deck.
Your curse, yeah.
Your curse, yeah.
Okay. So the way that you level is you get 1 perk from your perk sheet. I know it's a little hard to see here, but all of these cards, all of these abilities up here.
And we haven't used one yet, have we?
We've used 1. Because you got level 1.
Yeah, remove 2 -1s.
Yeah.
Which
So,
I'm all about doing that again. Mm-hmm. I like removing the negative stuff first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna remove 2 -1 cards as well. So you get a perk. You also get to include 1 more card from your card pool. And it can be equal to your level or less. And you can choose 1. So essentially, at this level, you can choose 1 of your level 2 cards to add into your available card pool. This is my first level 2 card. It on top has attack 2 and a stun. On the bottom, it's move 4. This movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. Oh, that's cool. Activate rocket boots. And then this level 2 is at the top. On your next 4 attacks, targeting enemies adjacent to a wall, add additional damage for each attack. That is a lose ability once it ultimately is achieved. Then the bottom half is a move 3 with a jump. Each time you enter a hex containing an obstacle with this movement, destroy that obstacle and add +1 move. And I can spend nature, green, all enemies moved through suffer a damage.
Yeah, so mine is a repeat shot. And I can't read it.
Yep, so it's on top, it's attack 3 at range 3. You can add +2 attack and gain an XP if the target has your favorite token. Wow, that is rough. And then the bottom half is an attack 5. Range 3 generates wind and an XP, and that's a lose. Wow, an attack 5 on the bottom? That's crazy. That card's bananas. I have a feeling you're taking that.
Repeat shot?
Yeah.
The other one is Ricochet.
Attack 2 at range 3 on the top, and then another attack 2. Target a different enemy within range 2 of the target of the previous attack ability. Oh, so you could get up to range 5 with 2 attacks. The bottom half on your next 4 attacks, when possible, one enemy adjacent to the target suffers 2 damage. Okay. So I'm just going to take the robotic enhancement. It just seems like a good all-around card to use to be able to do an attack with a stun and move forward without and ignoring difficult terrain. And neither of those are lost abilities. That just seems like a good all-around card. So that's the card I'm going to include in my card pool. I don't know if you know which one you're going to pick.
No, I do not.
Okay. When we complete an event, we do a city card. Here's our city card. A Valrath woman wearing a red cloak and flanked by 2 Inox bodyguards enters the Sleeping Lion. Heads turn as she approaches your table, and she settles in across from your party. The 2 bodyguards stand a few feet away, eyeing the rest of the patrons. You may call me Jaxera. I was just going to say, it sounds like Jaxera from the original game. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Her hand, heavily adorned in gold rings, idly traces the green of the wood table. I have an important caravan coming in town. Once it arrives, I'd like your assistance in bringing the contacts to my warehouse. I require the services of the best. That is you. Isn't it? A smile plays across her lips. Something about the whole exchange rubs you the wrong way. What could you provide that these hulking Inox couldn't? Option A, agree to help unload the caravan. Option B, refuse the woman. Something is off. What would you like to do? Me being a little quattrel, seeing 2 giant Inox and her asking me to like help unload something, I'm like, that's really weird. I'm gonna pass.
I'm an Inox though.
I know.
So
It's up to you. If you want to do it, we'll just roll. But I'm a tiny little quattrel.
I'll help.
So you want to offer to help?
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's just roll a die. On evens, it's option A. On odds, it's option B.
Chance cube.
Or a chance cube. So evens, it's blue. Red, it's... I'm sorry.
Red is option A. Blue is option B.
Perfect. Red.
Option A.
So option A. So that means we're going to help unload the caravan. Flip this over and do the option A part. You arrive at the west gate, but the caravan is nowhere to be found. Jaxera is shouting angrily at her bodyguards. Apparently, the shipment was stolen in transit. You inquire about payment anyway. I'm not going to pay you for doing nothing. You press the issue since you held up your part of the bargain. She eventually passes you a few coins, but makes it clear you won't be working together again. The feeling is mutual. Gain 10 collective gold. All right. Fair enough.
All right.
So that worked out fine.
Except she's pissed at us.
Well, I think she was going to get pissed either way, in all fairness. So you'll get 5 gold and I'll get 5 gold?
Sure.
Which brings me to 19, which is probably still not enough to buy anything.
I think I should have got 10, but that's okay.
We rolled a die. I get it, but... Okay. And... we could go into the shop deck if we wanted. At 19 gold, I'm sure I don't have anything that I could buy. That's going to be much more useful. Other than, I could get a different potion, but I think I'll probably just stick with the healing potion.
I have 32 gold, so I'll take a look.
Sure.
At 30, you can usually buy something decent.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are things that you could buy at like 15 gold.
100%. Yeah. But you can only have 1 trinket on you at a time. I've already got boots. I've already got it would just be boots.
Well, right now I have I have a bunch of items, but I can't even carry them all.
Yeah.
So
I guess if there's boots that are like under 20.
All the boots are 15.
Oh, okay. So I could get some boots.
So you have the options of winged shoes.
Which gives me jump.
Or weathered boots.
Weathered boots. Gets +1 movement. I've got some pretty decent movement throughout my guy, honestly. I have a lot of 3s and 4s. So I'm just going to buy the winged boots to be able to give myself a jump, potentially.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that will cost me 15, so I will be at 4 gold.
All right. And then for me,
Did you pick which of your level 2 cards you're gonna use?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. You're gonna figure it out off camera.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it takes too long for me to figure that stuff
fair.
out. I always overthink.
Yes, you.
This game is actually a challenge for me in some ways because I'm so used to like when I play games, like wanting to leave myself as many options open as possible.
Yeah.
Where in this game, it's not about leaving yourself options. It's about strategically, almost like chess, planning out a sequence of turns.
That's true.
So it's a fun
This
challenge.
game is simple with a depth of strategy.
Oh, a ton. So I don't have a hand yet, so I could get a shield. That's interesting. I could get a piece of armor, which I don't have yet. Armor costs 30. So chain armor says during your turn, gain a shield for the rest of the round. Studded leather. Before drawing an attack modifier, the attacker gains disadvantage for the attack, and you gain a shield for the attack. Well, that seems good. Is that what you're using, studded leather?
I am using studded leather. Yep.
Why is chain armor more expensive? And oh, it's for the remainder of the round. Gotcha. So
Yeah, it's not one attack; it's multiple.
I think I'm gonna get this studded leather for 25.
Sure.
And get a little bonus to. I mean, I'm not trying to get hit much, but
neither of us are trying to get hit much, so that means both of us will get hit sometimes.
yeah.
Neither of us is really a tank.
Yep. So 25 on studded leather for me.
You got it.
It's a pretty cool card.
Yeah. So that is the end of the learn to play missions. Now going forward, you set scenario levels depending on the level of the characters that are playing. There's a whole little chart. If you've played the base game, you are very familiar with this chart that sets the monster level as well as the gold conversion ratio, trap damage, and bonus XP. Oh, speaking of which, gold. So each gold counts for 2. I forgot about that. So I have 4 more gold. So I have a total of 8. You have +4 as well. And that's all she wrote. So we will be ready to do our next mission, which will probably just move forward to this next one in our stage, which is mission number 6, the corrupted research. And we'll do that another time. So make sure to come back and check back on our YouTube channel for upcoming missions, as well as other cool stuff that we're doing. YouTube.com/homebase games.
Good night.